Hello everyone. Today let's begin 12.2. Now we have the first question, that is, here two tables are given. Find in which table A and B are in inverse variation. If A and B are in inverse variation, then find the constant of variation. Okay, I have drawn the first table here, that is from question A. We have to check first whether A and B are in inverse variation or not. Okay, if it is so, if A and B are in inverse variation, then what happens? We have to find the constant of variation. Okay, so don't forget, if A and B are in what? Inverse variation, then what happens? A into B should be always what? Constant. This is what we have to check. Now solution. So in the solution, what happens? You have to draw the table, but for me I will not draw. The space is very less. Okay, first we'll find the value of A into B. I'll write here. Let us find the value of A into B. Okay, so when A is 6, B is 30. So 6 into 30, we have 180. Next, A is 12 and B is 15. The corresponding values we need to take. 12 into 15, this also again 180. Next we have 18 and 10. So here 18 into 10. So again we have here 180. Then next we have 30 into 6. 30 into 6. This is what? 180. So when we find the value of A into B, what I get here? I get here 180. What does it mean? It means that A into B is what? Constant. So A and B are in inverse variation. That is, A into B is what? Constant. Therefore, A and B are in inverse variation. And below that, we'll be writing the constant of variation. So what is the constant of variation here? When we multiply, we get here 180 in every case. And the constant of variation is what? 180. Question number 2. If A and B are in inverse variation, then find the values of A2, A4 and B4. Here the question says very clearly, A and B are in inverse variation. Then what happened? We have to find A2, A4 and B4. Okay, don't forget, if A and B are in what? Inverse variation, A into B should be always what? Constant. We have to apply this relation. Solution. Okay, let me write, is A and B are in inverse variation. Okay, don't forget, you have to draw this table as a part of your answer. Okay, what happened? A into B is what? Constant. So what happened here now? When A is 6, B is what? 40. So therefore 6 into 40 should be equal to what? When A is what? A2, B is what? 20. So I can write here A2 into 20. Implies here 6 into 40 divided by this 20. Then we get here A2. So what happened next? We can cancel here 21, 20. 20 into 2, 40. So 6 into 2, that means we have here 12, then equal to A2. So let me write in this way. A2 is what? 12. Now we have got the value of A2. Next we have to find the value of A4, or you can say B4. Next I'll find the value of A4. So still you can write 6 into 40 equal to what? A4 into 5. So 6 into 40 divided by 5 equal to A4. 5, 8, 40. So what happened now? 6 into 8, 48. Then equal to what? A4. That means A4 is what? 48. At the last we have B4. Okay, we'll see now. At the last I can write here 6 into 40. That means A into B equal to what? 24 into B4. 24 is what? A value, and B4 is the value of B. So here B4. So here 6 into 40 divided by 24. Then equal to what? B4. 6 4 24. 4 10 are 40. So what happened now? We have here 10 is what? B4. So B4 is 10. Therefore, what is the value of A2? A2 is 6. What is the value of A4? A4 is 48. And the value of B4 is what? 10. We have question number 3. If 72 men can do a piece of work in 20 days. There is a work. So what happened here? This work is done by 72 men. 72 men. And it takes how many days? 20 days. What the question says, then in how many days 18 men will do it? Okay, if the same work is done by 18 men, what happened? How many days it will take? There is a question. So what we see here is, when this work is fixed, number of people is more, then what happened? The time taken will be definitely less. If the number of people are very less, then what happened? The time taken will be definitely more. So what happened here? Number of men and the time, they are in what? Inverse variation. Let me repeat. Number of men and the time, they are in inverse variation. Why? Number of men increases, the time taken is less. Number of men decreases, the time taken is more. We'll start a solution now. Okay, first I'll draw a table here. And here I'll write number of men. Number of men. And below that what happened? We can write, you can say number of this, it's okay. Number of this. So for the number of men, let me just write here X. And for the number of this, let me write here Y. Okay, so when the man is 72, how many days it takes? It takes 20 days. And now, if we have 18 men to work, then how many days it will take? We don't know. So I'll just write here A. Okay, first I'll write let A. Here I'll write this. This A may be, it may be 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, like that. Let 8 days be the time taken by the 18 men to complete the piece of work. The piece of work. Here what we know is number of men and the number of days are in what? Inverse variation. So let me write here. It is a case of inverse variation. So in case of the inverse variation, what happened? Don't forget, this x into y should be what? Constant. Don't forget this. So here what I can write, therefore 72 into 20 should be equal to what? 18 into a. Now we are going to find the value of a. So implies 72 into 20. Then I'll write here 18. 2, 9, 18. Here what I can write? I can write here 2, 3, 6. 2, 6, 12. And then what happened now? 9, 4, 36. Then we have here a. So the value of a is what? Is actually 80. 4 into 20 is 80. So 80 equal to what? A. And in the next step you can write a is what? 80. So what is the conclusion that we have to give? Therefore 18 men can do the work, in how many days? In 80 days. See, what we observe here, when there are 72 men, they can complete in how many days? In 20 days. But when there are only 18 men, how many days it takes? It takes 80 days. See, when more people, less time. Less people, more time. Next we have question number 5. If A and B are in inverse variation and A is 7 when B is 6. Okay, I'll just draw a table here once. This is A and this is B. When A is 7, what is the value of B? Value is 6. Find the value of B when A is 21. If A is 21, what happened? What is the value of B? That is what we are going to find. Okay, this unknown value of B, let me just say here x. Okay, I'll write solution here. I'll just make the table to make the answer more easier. And here what we know is A and B are in inverse variation. A into B is what? Constant. Don't forget this. So in the next step, we can replace the value. Therefore, when A is 7, B is 6. So 7 into 6. And in the next, what happened? When A is 21, the value of B is x. So 21 into x. So here I can write 7 into 6 divided by 21 equal to what? X. 7, 3, 21. 3, 2, 6. So in the remaining step we can write 2 is what? X. So x means what? 2. So let's give the conclusion here. Then what happened? B is how much? B is